Temperatures dropped to below zero overnight, with chilly conditions expected to persist throughout the weekend. South African Weather Service forecaster Lehlohonolo Thobela gives us an update of temperatures expected throughout the day and the weekend. Lehlohonolo, Dumela, welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Good morning, Lehlohonolo. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Very well, thank you. Cold? How are you doing?
I'm very, very cold, but we are here.
Good. I'm glad you are warm.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah. So could you paint a picture for us of the current weather conditions right across South Africa?
Yes, so we have a cold front that made landfall just last week over most parts of the southwestern interior, moved to the central parts as well as into the eastern parts of the country. As the cold front progressed to the eastern areas, it left a lot of cold air behind it, which then dropped the temperatures that you mentioned right now. Yes, the minimums have been dropping below zero, especially over the southern parts of Gauteng, around Vereeniging, into the central parts, -4 in Bethlehem, all into the central parts of the Free State. We woke up today into cold conditions in the northwest, minimums dropping to about -4 degrees in the southern areas, into the eastern parts. Temperatures expected to warm up into about between 11 and 14 to 15 degrees Celsius over the northeastern provinces, still remaining cold over the southwestern interior, but this is expected to last up until Sunday in the afternoon. Monday, you can start seeing a recovery in our maximum temperatures, reaching about 18 degrees to about 20 degrees. But for now, we're still expecting temperatures to peak up until at least about 17 degrees, but it's expected to last about from today into the afternoon, Sunday into Monday, where we're still expecting cold temperatures in the minimum. So we're yet to see more of temperatures reaching 0 degrees, about 1 degree also. But in terms of the maximum temperatures, it should start picking up later in the afternoon from Monday into Tuesday.
And which are the hardest hit areas in the country?
Yeah, in terms of the cold, it's the Free State and parts of the Eastern Cape, in the high-lying areas of the Eastern Cape, where you've noticed or observed some snow in some videos, as well as the southern parts of the northwest with the drop in temperatures. In Gauteng, it's also hit because we're seeing a lot of drop in temperatures, especially for the central and the southern parts of the province. We're expecting Vereeniging reached a minimum of -2 this morning. It is 1 in Johannesburg. In Gauteng, in Pretoria, reaching about 0 degrees. So it is a drop in temperatures that was quite significant, especially for the minimum temperatures. It gets cold in the evening as well as in the early hours of the morning, gets better into the afternoon, but we're yet to see more of these conditions for as long as we're still expecting cold fronts to hit the country.
And Lehlohonolo, what specific challenges are the emergency teams facing in responding to the situation?
Yeah, the main thing would be, people are living in the streets. Other people are experiencing cold. They're having less blankets, less warm clothes, and they're using braziers. That could also be a hazard for them because, if you fall asleep and you leave a brazier on, it might also catch fire and not only result in fatalities due to cold, but also the fires may also cause some disruptions and damages over those areas. So it's more than just warming yourself up, but you need to make sure that when you're using the braziers, you keep safe. So part of it is the message that the emergency teams are pushing, that when you're using any heat sources, make sure that you take care of them and you keep warm as you do that.
And what other precautions should residents be taking during this time?
Yeah, firstly, make sure you wear warm clothes. Don't go out unnecessary unless you need to. Take care of the kids. The kids usually suffer most when it's cold and they're playing outside because they might also catch the flu, depending on how strong the kids are. But the main thing is to make sure that you're warm, especially when you're expecting drop in temperatures. Don't go out if you don't have to go out. But if you're using any heat sources, make sure that you take care of them, monitor them until they're off.
And then how can people stay informed about weather updates and conditions?
So we have different sites. We have weathersa.co.za where you can get your updated weather conditions every day. We also issue our weather forecasts on X as well as on Facebook. On X, we are at SA Weather Service, and then on Facebook, it's South African Weather Service. And we issue all our weather forecasts every day to a weather outlook up until day 4 every day. So you would keep updated by looking through our socials, but also watch these shows like how we're speaking with Masichava could keep you updated.